This is going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting fight more than anything. Coming down towards everything here as Verse is going to immediately push in towards C225 here. Definitely not giving him much of an opportunity to maybe find anything, as he does end up finding at least something to try to fight with here, but obviously it's not really giving him much able to get a push going here, as T225 is just absolutely decimating anything that Verse is trying to throw at him at all here, and just pushing it towards it and just getting him out of this corner. Meanwhile, Verse gonna try to see if he can rotate this out, goes towards the inside here. Surprised that he doesn't at least try to do anything different. But let's see if he's going to be able to rotate towards it. Verse just trying to maneuver through. He ends up getting hit. Finds a gray shield, though. T225 actually ends up missing towards that one, though. But Wang Liang is actually able to get the finish and the piece off for that one. KLA still trying to keep that momentum right onto him, though. Not giving him much an opportunity here, but Wang Liang is not going away without a fight here. Nice strikes to be able to keep that pin right on him, though. Trying to close this down little by little here. And even though with the rotation here, it's just getting crazier and it's just getting better the more that they try to push this out. But man, strong game here. A lot of people are just gunning for everyone right now.
Yeah. It's aging like fine wine into this game 7. We're going to see how much this aggression is going to be put forth here. But Pace finds Aizen as JL's AS comes in for the back line. And then a fifth party coming in from Mike, pretty much coming off of this. Pace will look for an R&B as a way of just interjecting into this position and looking for musket shots whenever he can. And of course, while Pace doesn't have ultimate, he's going to be going ahead and making sure when his F1 is ready to kind of look for a time for backing off if he needs to, like Aizen right now, forcing Pace in this position, finds the F1 to use as an engagement tactic, gets himself right behind Aizen, holds his R&B, gets caught to the rubber band of the fan. Lethal Jab is avoid. Pace looks for the F1 there, and Aizen does not have ultimate. Just look for the musket shot as Pace looks to try to get this elimination if you can. But like I said, hills and valleys. And there's going to be Aizen slide uppercut into that position of an R&B blue focus. Aizen finds his first elimination onto this lobby and catching through here as one of the match point gamers to grab their first eliminations. And of course, AS in the backline finding an elimination off of Mike, if I'm not mistaken. And this is going to be where AS is going to be contesting against one of the match point gamers. F2 preemptive from AS. A wild haymaker move coming in here. Has himself F1, has a beacon dropped, ready to go. For Aizen, this is going to be a way for him to try to connect towards an R&B with a fan and just getting free damage. But AS, once he pops that ult at 50 percentile, he's more percentage for the rage for him to do so. Off of this area, there are Fireflies, but I don't think they've already been picked up, considering the spawns outright. And Aizen dodging backwards, double dashing, F2 to be initiated, F1 to be invested. Aizen gets the horizontal off the second end, and the beacon drop to go for the uppercut extension to the R&B swap. And there's going to be a chance for AS to really just back off here for a scare rush if he can, and looking to try to find armors around the area into Dry Fit Junction. Aizen looks to tie in this knot of trying to catch his second elimination, but AS is making it so much more difficult. And look at those pistol shots, clean. F2 to initiate into R&B. F1's up in 1 second. Will Aizen have enough time here? He's looking for this priority listing. And as AS is backing off again for the 3rd time, we are still not stopping here. Aizen rushes right back in through with a scare rush. He's looking for AS. AS looking for the horizontal hold. Nice uppercut coming out here. AS has ultimate here. This is going to be tough for Aizen here, but he's going to force these blocks. The first one's still up there. Bites the second block. F2 to initiate, V2 to really push it into position. If AS is looking for this heal, now's the time to V2. There it is, but it's dodged. And the last block is available for AS here to burn through. No, it's not available. And Aizen has a beacon drop ready to go here for a confirmation off of this kill. And that's going to be AS's downfall through that elimination. We're about as Aizen finds his second elimination into this round.
So now that I think about like where this next like case goes, I'm starting to think about it like this, actually. And this is kind of the fun part. For the main people that are within that 30% threshold, this is almost like an elimination race. Like, and that's pretty much how they're treating this right now. How they're treating this right now is literally just a race to see who is going to get more eliminations. And that's kind of what I'm witnessing currently here, because the amount of aggression that came from a lot of these players out from the start is menacing. These guys are not playing around whatsoever.
They are not. They actually are like, this is kind of like the atypical, first 6 rounds of just catching for placement points and everything of the nature. But when it comes to match point, you can go for placement points nonetheless, but you're not competing not just between the other match point combatants where they have, they're already in that 30-point threshold. You have to still outpace the other players that could try to find eliminations and catching themselves into match point. And at the moment they see you, they'll find any opportunity of taking you out. But pistol shot's the pistol shot. I don't know. Verse and TTG5 have some sort of, you know, some unspoken truth between both of these guys. It's the second round we're seeing these guys fighting. Verse looking for this point. Gets caught to the Tesla ultimate. Not going to be having a chance here to shoot. He looks for the R&B, but it's going to clink regardless. I think TTG5 is going to take full advantage of this whole check. And now looking for a horizontal strike. Massive damage coming in here. And looks for this pounces here. He looks for a V2 against TTG5 here to capture him. There it is. Gets some heal back. Versus at a low enough point, though. This is his last life. He gets caught to the R&B for the fan. And then a horizontal check with the F1 coming out. Verse trying to chase down TTG5, who is building up rage by rage damage taken. Nonetheless, Verse has himself to use V2 to lunge towards his opponent. And backing off here, TTG5 having the blue armor inside the building and a Tesla ultimate to lock him through. This is not going to go well for Verse, as he's going to be caught through and getting chased by not only 2 but 3 opponents in the vicinity. But F2 to knock him out the window, and with everything coming out for the F1, Verse looks for scare rushes if he can. Clink, shot.
He's
Looking for the pistol shot
here just to try to not get caught by that. But I'm telling you, when it comes to the pistol here, they're really going to find that angle and that avenue just so they can successfully get themselves an elimination. And sometimes that could really be in those tough situations. And that's exactly what happened here when you're actually getting scattered. And sadly, that's one of the few actually that does get booted out of this game so far here. And that's that tough little section that we were just talking about here. And now, like I said, that kill rate starts to spread out a little bit wider here. And now, there's still 4, so there's still an opportunity here for really, really big striking moments here, but they really are going to have to continue to keep that same momentum going, though, as now we're going right back into the realm of Yang here. Let's see if they're going to keep that same momentum going for this game and try to tie it up a little bit more. So many people going into these realm of Yang, so many people with these ideas too, once they really start to close in and start to fight this out. See if they're going to be able to find it. And it looks like Mike is going to be able to push in on an X-Gen, trying to close that in this gap just little by little. Nice hits, trying to get the strikes, though. Blue focus, trying to fake it out. Nice hits from the parry on the other side. Nice little reset coming in from X-Gen. X-Gen trying to see if maybe they can find it out even more. Beautiful pull through coming through on the totem here. Just trying to get a little bit of a distraction here, just to kind of throw them off of the combos here. But it looks like Mike is right back into the combo here. Action stuck in the air. It was able to find the reset here. Mike wasn't able to find the continuation forward here, but it looks like Action might be able to continue that. Sees it, reads the stun, knows the timing just as well. Action was able to read the strikes, and Mike eliminated, or at least out of the realm. Yeah.
Big time Exen play there. Crazy, you know, crazy dash from Mike for the heaven set, but Xing, once that dropped through, it was just a mad dash for Hort, jump hell LMBs. Now Mike spawns in on Pace, who did lose his roaming Yang as well. Pace tried to use the F1 to kind of keep the momentum for the Soul Bloom. R&B comes out, Soul Bloom is picked up by Mike. Mike denies it. Pace actually caught out into position to LMB's uppercuts and then uses to find the time for the V1. But we do see this chance. Who's going to win neutral? R&B's parry bait. That's gonna be LMB uppercut. It's destroying it and grief out. Mike here goes for heaven step again, and it's gonna be a chance for Mike to go for the R&B blue focus. There it is. R&B comes out here. F1 from Pace keeps his momentum. R&B hold check. B1 Tesla is dodged for the second time. Finds a common armor. Goes for a clink. Goes ahead and switches back to that blue armor that he just had, and now parry coming through here, picking up the weapon. Lethal jab doesn't force the Foxfire, and this is gonna be a chance for the hold checks again. And the lethal jab avoided once more. Mike is looking past this point and just capturing out his opponent, and another Tesla ultimate to be available. Mike catching his R&Bs is going to give Pace enough trouble as he cannot get this disenchant, and that's going to be, or Mike gets his elimination number 1 for this game. Now onto this cave over by the Noble region. We are going to see Frostmas get an Abyssal Aura into an uppercut as X forcing his own F1, finds a beacon drop as F1 comes out from Frostmas. A whisk throw to get him back right into cooldown for Temmie, right? Combo breaker every 20 seconds, only if you throw the whisk immediately though, so you have to make sure you keep that timer and you know, engaging in that, you know, behalf. But as Xing gets his chance here to get away from his beacon, that's exactly what Frostos was looking for that Vermilion Bird Smite wielder, and that's going to be his first elimination to this round, Dobby.
Planted it out, seeking it for as much as possible here, and obviously they were able to do that with even more. Trying to put that together here. They still was able to find it. Now it's just all about timing. As Spider gonna try to see if he can push this one out. Trying to see if he can finish that off. And it looks like they're most likely going to be able to find it. Playing that well, playing that really, really well here. Doing what he needs to as Spider. Gonna be able to go for the reset here. Oh, gets hit by a bow. I don't even know how far that came out of. Looks like Spider just reading it out, just trying to see which one is going to be better for him. Most likely, given that advantage here, there's going to be Mike and Arano nearby. T225 with the shots. He's got to be careful here. Spider caught in a tough situation here. He definitely does not want to get iced out in this moment, and it looks like he does here, as he does get iced out in such a tough situation. Not looking good here. Just like that. Oh, he ends up getting sliced and diced. Nice call to that one, though, just to be able to try to find it. He has to be careful as Spider actually ends up catching elimination onto Arano. I actually thought that was going to be it for him. I thought that was a goodbye, good day, see you later. And it looks like we're still going to be able to put that one together here. Trying to piece it. This Spider's going to try to back off. Doesn't necessarily have to force. Goes back in, chills out, lays in the cut. Realizes that there's one most likely going to be up top here. Decides to pull it back. Plays it to the best of his abilities here. Now he's able to fall suit.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. 6 players.
And now he's surrounded.
90. What's percentage on that? 6 out of 7 players.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good odds, but that's not good odds.
It's like, yeah, I like those odds. No, not today. Can't do it.
Like, actually, never mind. You know? You're like, you know what? I'm good.
I'll get that ticket back. This is where he won his realm, though. Big time for Spider, because we did see that Birdsmite procking into the Noble K. Let's see how he got the elimination of a Paste, who we did see get eliminated by Mike later on. Of course, 1-2-3 delays the R&Bs and looking to try to force out the V1 proc from the Sedate Soul. As Spider looks to try to chase out Paste, we do see this R&B action coming back and forth. There is a forced block, and that's the second block actually for Spider, but you know, he still has a third one available. He's looking for the teleport opportunity here. Wants to try to burn out Pace's ultimate, but it's not going to happen here. It's going to have him for the double R&Bs. And Spider's at 3 eliminations. Aizen is at 4. And there's 6 or 7 players total. So between these two, this is where it comes down to the bar. Because when we see these match point gamers who are now currently at the top of the leaderboard with, you know, Aizen being the top, they're gonna have to really be careful about, you know, if they should be playing for placement. Yeah, if they get a place in now, or they look for one elimination and then place later. Like, I mean, it's just like if they get caught out, rather be at the end when, you know, in the final circle and everyone's there anyways, or just look towards this position of, you know, trying to catch that kill in the Rummy in, because you can see right now, Spider, he still needs to catch up on kills because he's not the leader, and so he knows that. Gets into the row. Not going to happen. T225 is actually going to be there for the reciprocation, and that's going to be tough for Spider. Can we talk tough right now? Because, oh my... Nothing. And I mean nothing was preparing me for how fast he went down in that split second. Spider eliminated. Now it's up to Aizen to try to work this one out here for this round. His opponent is Wang Liang, and Wang Liang gets his R&Bs. Lethal Jab comes out for a rampage instead. Aizen's big surprise here. Looks for the R&B, but this is where Wang Liang could have ultimate cast come out, but a grapple bump into this gold halberd. It's going to delete a lot of HP. Pistol shot to the pistol shot. Aizen cling with it, bro. That's going to be his elimination for the mark. Wang's like, nah. I gotta find that fairy shed and run it back right now because I want to make sure that guy's done so we can go through. Mike finds a kill off of Arano and his Rummy Yang, a gold dagger in the hands of Aizen. Reaching in here and looking for the buff timer. It's gonna be a White Tiger's prowess, where he's just getting healed over time, and that's gonna really benefit him for 5 eliminations for Aizen. If he finds one more elimination here, in places at least, I think third or fourth, he should be able to get the multiplier to win this one out as MVP by far. But we still have 3 or 4 of the players who do have 3 kills each, and as Aizen gets out the roam, Mike is in the stead of being located, and both of these players are the Rummy Yang winners, so they both have huge damage output.
Right, but now they just have to continue to play and just be smart and don't have to force, especially Aizen.
Yeah,
because let's say this: Wang Liang, Arano, T225, and Mike can still, I can understand if they were in like one elimination. No, they still have some more. They don't want to, you definitely do not want to get caught up this early into this fight and into this game, especially with how things have been so far. Definitely have to play to the best of his abilities here. And right now, Aizen just wants to collect eliminations, captures the finish, and just says, nah, I want you gone. I want you out of my games. I don't even want you here, sir. Not today.
Ehrenberg, sir.
A penny for your thoughts. And that's the thing that he has to be able to look towards and also be very, very wary of here. As now the rotations definitely is kind of getting to him here. Action doesn't want to force as much as he needs to here. And he still has that white tiger prowess, which is why he has that opportunity for him to get a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, that 25 heal per tick is no joke, especially when 10 seconds pass and you're already at armor bar full. And that time goes by in a wink, like, you know, blink of an eye for these players when they're trying to escape and they find those line of sights. But this is going to be where it comes down. Mike found his 4th elimination. He's catching up to the leaderboard and now looking towards T225. Mike, of course, even though he's not at match point yet, he finds his parry up at T225. Big chance scare rush is coming in back and forth. We can see Arano looking for that pole sword action. Not sure what Mike is going to be looking for in terms of this chase, because he has 50% on ultimate and he's just trying to, you know, catch T225 in the midst of all of this. And with everything coming from everyone, Exen finds him. Hold checks, F1 initiated. There's the chance for the burn jump LMB to the RB. Exen finds the elimination. That's number 6. Sobel was picked up. Martial artist Will Hook form is proc. Exen gets caught into this semicircle. Bam! Level 2 strike coming out from Arano. And a Tesla ultimate coming in from Mike as he's looking to chase out Exen. Top 3 left into this lobby. And with everything, Exen gets himself caught into another one. That's big. This is massive for Mike, looking for those musket shots. F1 to be initiated into a beacon drop. Exen does not have to worry about another Tesla ultimate for his knowledge. He's going to take the time to back off here completely and just spam this distance and keeping it rolling. Exen right now.
Action is nice. Action has been nice this entire time, even with the pressure that he has. I said it before when we first started this game. I was like, watch Action in terms of how he plays and where this goes. You might see this man absolutely decide it's time to chop off. And clearly, in this moment, 6 eliminations, he's real deep into this stat. This is exactly what I was talking about. I said it before and I said it again. This man decided I need to go off. And clearly, that's what he needed to do in this moment.
Arano gets his kill. Mike found it. And there's going to be a Arano comes off. I'm pretty sure if Arano gets this elimination, he'll actually be able to get placement for making match point. Because Mike hit match point right there with that kill. So it's really up between these two. Scarus comes out. Phoenix Blast coming out with the lovely Star Collection skin to come through from that longsword. But we're going to see Arano really just backing off here. It's funny, he actually reskinned it for Sally Tyson. And he's like, I prefer that one. And there's the really cast. And he's going to be looking for Scare Rushes out of here. And Arano actually making his chance here. Actually, Arano already hit match point from the 6.2 that I'm seeing here, possibly. I'm going to double check that and see him because Mike right now, he's just trying to get himself his 6th elimination. He finds a martial artist Will Hook form. There's no F1 for Arano to stay here for much longer, but we're going to see this chase coming out from Mike. And there's the RMBs. Nice chance right there. And that is going to be round